Alright guys, this is Doc M with another Minecraft video, and today guys we're gonna do a banner guide for Minecraft 1.8. We're gonna learn how to make all banners and how all patterns are done and all the good stuff. So let's get right to it, and here we are. So let's start with the very basic stuff. We got 16 different flag base colors, of course based on the wool colors we have in Minecraft. You can see them here and on the other side all lined up. So all the colors from the wools. And yeah, here is the recipe. Really simple. You just take a stick and put some wool in and you end up with a banner, which will always have, of course, the color of the wool you chose to make it. So if you want to have a yellow base color flag, you take yellow, red, and so on. So this is your very basic banner crafting. The banners pretty much behave like signs. You can place them down on the wall like this, just by right clicking on it, and of course you can have the flag or banners sitting in different directions up to 16. You can also have it angled like this, just yeah, like we know from signs. So yeah, you can have them facing 16 directions. Alright, so now we learned we have 16 different colors based on the wool blocks. We know how to craft the banners and we know how to place the banners. So now let's look into the patterns, and there's some basic steps to that too. How to apply patterns, how to remove patterns you don't like, and how to clone banners with certain patterns. So how to apply patterns, really simple. There's two different item categories to work with there. First of all, we got all the dice, of course 16 again, based on the colors available here in Minecraft, or in the color system in Minecraft. And we got different items that make pre-made patterns that are designed by Jeb. So we got the creeper head, we got the wither skeleton, we got the ox eye daisy, we got the golden apple, that is notch apple, not on using the gold blocks. We got bricks and we got wines. All of the things you know how to get. Creeper head is new. That is obtained by killing another creeper with the explosion of a charged creeper, and a charged creeper happens when he gets struck by lightning. So you need to bring a creeper over to another creeper and make the charged creeper blow up and kill this creeper, and you will get his head. So it's tricky to get, but soon there will be farms and things that make this easier. So how to apply patterns now? Well, let's do something really simple. Let's say we take the golden apple here, and let's say we take a little bit of pink. Oh no, let's take two colors that are better to keep apart, and yeah, let's apply first patterns here. So golden apple, for example, would do the Mojang sign. Here it's the Mojang sign. And now, if you want to apply another thing, let's say we do a stripe on top, it's gonna be a crappy flag. I just want to demonstrate that to you. And if you want to apply another pattern, let's say we make a diagonal stripe, would be like that. And you see that, yeah, the flag is basically built up like layer by layer. First there was our Mojang sign, then there was the green, and then there was the stripe. And you can remove them now, but first I want to show you how to clone it. So if you want to clone this banner here, you need to add in another one of the same base color. So this was white base color. We could clone it here by adding a white banner, but if you want to add a yellow one, wouldn't work. But if you had yellow base here, of course we had to use yellow. So yeah, by just adding other banners, you can now copy that easily, which is really nice. And at the moment it would look something like that. Not really nice, and you probably want to remove this ugly stripe, and you can easily do that with a cauldron. Just walking up there and right clicking on the cauldron, you can
User entered your channel.
and you can also see we removed one of the stripes. Now only the green stripe and the Mojang sign is left. And yeah, if you would do it twice, once, two, you would remove the latest applied layers. And yeah, you can stack up to 6 of these layers. Right here I have built up the flags and the special shape items, we could call them. So the vines, make something like this. The bricks, make a brick pattern. The golden apple as shown makes the Mojang sing. The ox-eye daisy makes this cool flower. The witter skull makes the pirate head, or the pirate skulls and bones. And yeah, a creeper head produces this. So those are the basic shapes. Now to these you can always add color. Quickly want to show you that too. So let's take, let's say, purple here as an example. And let's say if you wanted to make a white flag with a purple Mojang symbol, which is really simple to do. As again, you just use the white flag, you add a dye, and you put the Mojang ample there. As you can see, it has color now. If it wouldn't be there, it is black. And by adding the dye, you can add color. A quick tip for creative: if you want to copy a flag, if you just middle click, you will always end up with a black banner with nothing on there. If you want to copy and yeah, want to keep the NBT data, hit Control and then middle click, and you will be able to copy flags easily in creative mode, which can of course be helpful. And yeah, those are the special shapes lined up, 6 of them so far. There might be more, and yeah, very simple to do. Just always flag plus the special item, and yeah, you end up with what you want. If you want to add color, just move it down 1 block and add dye here in the middle, and you can have all these things in different colors. Alright, now let's look at the different kinds of stripes that can be created. There's different subcategories. Let's first look into stripes, and yeah, I built all of them up here. Some pretty cool ones. So right here you can see top and bottom stripe. That is done quite easily. You can either add the dye on top or on the bottom, and you will end up with either of these flags. So quite simple. Side stripes, well, yeah, kind of the same idea. You have the flag here, and either you go left or yeah, you go right. Yeah, that was left or right, you know what I mean. You end up with something like that. To make those middle kind of stripes, you need to offset the flag a bit, and you have the option to go like this, or you could go like this to create the middle stripe. And then you have diagonals, also pretty logical. I mean, you either go like this, or yeah, if you want to go the other direction, you would go like this, and you would end up with diagonals, just like that. Of course, you can yeah, make it twice to end up with a X. You need to place the flag down here and then just create the X shape. So yeah, pretty much logical. Then you have the stripes here. There's different variations of the stripes. The stripes go like this, and you would end up with the first variation of the stripes here. And yeah, if you would repeat the process just like this, you could yeah, end up different variations looking slightly different. Here you can see it's a bit more light and has a bit of a gradient, and here the gradient is not as strong. And yeah, finally we have the cross shape, which now should be logical to you. Basically just have to do cross, and yeah, you end up with this one. And those are the basic patterns for the stripes. And now let's look into halves. Alright, so here we have the so-called halves because it kind of splits the banners in half. I used a pink banner as the base, and as you can see, you can split it in half horizontally or vertically. Quickly show you how that is done. So if you just want to fill in the top half with a die, you do it like this. If you want to fill in half of it, well, quite logical. Once again, you do it like this. And yeah, those would give you those two base shapes here. And yeah, you can of course also do a diagonal cut here, basically, once again put the banner in, and yeah, this would do one side, and of course this would do the other, and you would end up with those shapes, the halves. You can see more shapes lined up. This could be the subcategory shapes for patterns, and let's quickly look into these. So kind of a sixth of the flag marked out here. Really easy to do. I'm gonna use orange as the base now, and yeah, you basically just put your ink around there in the corners. You can see this will give you the flag with 1/6 covered here in the corner like this. You can also do these triangles on top and on the button. It's also fairly simple. So this will give you a triangle on the button, and if you want to do a triangle on top, you can go like this, top triangle. Quite simple to do as well. It's all quite yeah, self-explaining. Then you have this wave shape thingy, almost the same as the triangle. To make one on top or on button, you go like this, and if you want to make it on top, well, you just move it down a bit and you do this shape, and that will give you the top and bottom waves, which also look cool. It's kind of a rustic look, medieval or something. And last but not least, you have the circle and the diamond. The circle is really easy. It's just an ink sac or your die in the middle. And if you want to make the diamond, it's also easy. The flag in the middle and a cross shape with your die. And yeah, these are more shapes you can use to create your banners. Alright, so let's look at the last subcategory, which would be borders, backgrounds and gradients. Let's start with the gradient here. So you can see this really nice effect that is a white base flag with the color effect with purple. And yeah, to make the gradient, you do something like this. You can see you make this Y shape and the banner on top, and yeah, we end up with this nice gradient. And for the brick, I showed that already. You would add the banner, a brick, and if you want to give it some color, you would just add your die, and without, you would end up with the black background pattern here. And yeah, here we see the gradient again. To make these borders, well, also quite simple. For the simple frame, well, frame it in, and for the cool looking border here with the yeah, kind of curvy look, you put vines in there, and again, if you wanted to give it some color, you just add some dye to the mix, and that would give you this shape. And now, yeah, with all these shapes I just showed you, different shapes and patterns, stripes, halves, and yeah, other shapes, and the last 4 here, you can make very complex yeah, banners, stick them all together, overlay up to 6 of these to make really good looking stuff. Keep in mind, you can always wash off a layer you don't like or pattern you don't like. Always the last one will be washed off. And yeah, I'd say that concludes the full map tutorial. You can see everything here, and I'd say if you find this useful, please leave a like, share the video, leave a comment, and that's it for today. I am out. Bye guys!